Hello everyone. So to begin this look, I'm going in with the Sephora Collections matte eyeshadow in the shade Fresh Paint. I'm doing about 2 washes of that over my lid. I'm going over my mobile lid and just slightly above my natural crease and blending that out with a medium-sized shadow brush. Next, I'm going in with ColourPop's Central Perk in Super Shock Shadow by Super Shock Shadow by ColourPop. There's a lot of names on this, but it's ColourPop's Super Shock Shadow in Central Perk, and I'm using a more tapered eyeshadow brush so I get a distinct line there with that color, and I'm just going back in and I'm building that up. So I'm going slightly above my natural crease because I do have a very small mobile lid, so I'm just going slightly above and blending it out. And then going back over it with the larger shadow brush and blending it out. And then I'm taking an even smaller shadow brush and I'm going in with the black color from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. And I'm just starting on the outer corner and working it in and just creating a bit of a wing here. Sharper edge, wing, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just then going over it with a slightly larger brush and blending it out. Going in with a smaller brush, creating the shape, building the color up, and then you blend it out. And now I'm really loving this shadow. It's also by Sephora, and it's a shimmer, and it's called Diamonds Are Forever. And so what I did to get that more opaque kind of glossy look to the shadow is I sprayed that flat shader brush with a makeup finishing spray, and then I dipped it into the shadow, and it kind of created a more glossy, creamy look. And then I'll go over it later just regularly and setting it, which is great. So you get more color payoff. So what I was just doing here was I was bringing in the black a little bit and then bringing in the fresh paint color and blending all the colors into the silver. And that's just on the outside edge. And now I'm going in with my trusty NYC liner, starting on the outer corner, and I'm just going to slowly work my way in because I am going to bring that line all the way to the inner corner. This is a really good liner to create a very thin line. And because my eyes are hooded, I want to be able to still see my shadow when I open my eyes, so I have to keep that line very, very thin. If you have more deep set eyes, you can make the line thicker. It's really personal choice. And then I just work it out and blend it into the outside color. What is that? That is an Essence pencil. Where did I put it? Okay. Well, that is an Essence jumbo pencil. Where is that? The Essence 2-in-1 eyeshadow liner in Peach Perfect. And then, then I cleaned up under my eye with a makeup wipe and went back in under my eye with the 2 colors, with the 2 Sephora colors. So I went back in with Sephora's Fresh Paint and then went on top of it with Central Perk. And I'm just blending that in, starting in the outer corner because I want the color to be denser on the outer corner and then blending it into the inner corner. And next I went in with Demi Wispies by Ardell, and I just cut them in half and stacked them on top of each other in the outer corner. And then I'm going to go in with individuals. You can buy these individuals where they come in 3. 3 are kind of connected together. It's a bit easier. I got them at Walmart, so if you're in Canada, I'm sure you can find that there. And then I just brought those all the way into the inner corner. So I want the lashes to be denser on the outer corner and then a little thinner as we go inwards. And then under my eyes, I use the NYX Dark Circle Concealer in Fair, so the lightest one. And I did 2 layers of that. So the first one I wipe on and the second one I tap on. So I went in with my Kat Von D foundation, as I do, and now I'm cream contouring with my City Color contour stick and my NARS Radiant and Creamy Concealer in Chantilly. I got a new one because I was all out and scraping the bottom of the barrel with my old one. So I'm just packing this on like I have unlimited supply of the NARS, as one does. And then I'm going to blend it out with my e.l.f. Concealer brush. For me, I like to blend out my highlight first, and that's totally personal preference. A lot of people like to do the contour first. But I just find, maybe because my highlight color is really dense, it kind of overshadows the contour. So I'm using my Sephora Perfection Mist Air Bronzer for face and body. I'm blending that into my contour to help blend out my contour and warm up my complexion. So I'm using a duo fiber brush, which I highly recommend doing. It's easier to blend stuff out on top of another cream or liquid when you use a duo fiber brush. It's gentler and you have more control. And I'm setting my under eye, and now I'm packing this on. I'm packing it on with a dense brush, not a sponge. So I'm using the Besame Brightening Vanilla Rose Powder. And I'm packing that on so that it'll bake under my eye. And I'm gonna let that sit just for a few minutes. I'm not super oily, but I find I get oily under my eyes recently. It's very strange. So, and the makeup does move, so I've been baking under my eye a little bit. And now I'm setting the cream contour with my NYX palette in the 2 middle contour shades. And I'm not blending it out so much. I'm placing color there, and then I'm gonna go over top with the Kat Von D translucent powder. And then I'm gonna blend it out. And then I'm going on top with the Milani Luminoso blush. And now I'm blending out my baking that I've done under my eye. And then applying mascara under my eye. I do many coats of this simply because I have a lot of fake lashes on and I don't want it to look overpowering on the top. So I really built up the mascara. And then I'm just going in my inner corners with the Essence eyeshadow in the color Rosy Flamingo. And now for the lips. So I lined my lips with Milani's, what is the color? Bordeaux. So I line it and then I'm going to fill it in slightly. I always do this when I'm using a really strong color, just so that if the color does fade, which it really didn't, but just in case. This was my first time using these particular colors by Anastasia Beverly Hills, so I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to fade on me. So then I went in with Vintage by Anastasia Beverly Hills because I didn't know what color I wanted to go with, and these were both kind of purpley. So this ended up being a little too light for the look I was wanting to go with, but I love it, obviously. It just wasn't the color I wanted for that day. So then I went over it with Sad Girl by Anastasia. And this is a liquid lipstick as well, but it has glitter in it. Or shimmer. I guess it's shimmer. Which is so cool. So kind of, even though it dries matte, you still have this kind of glossy metallic-y kind of look. And that is the finished look, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Ciao.